Hi, my name's Steve, business partner Austin, and today we're going to look at how to get a skeptical business owner believing that SEO actually works. Every business owner is skeptical of SEO. They're skeptical of all of us. There's plenty of people out there that have given all of us a bad name. And there's unscrupulous ones, there's ones that hold the domains against the business owners. There's ones that will charge unbelievable amounts of money and not end up knowing what they're doing. We see that all the time. We've got several businesses coming to us after having gone through a very bad circumstance with a search engine optimization person who was supposed to be an expert and wasn't. So, how do we get around that? Well, there are some ways. Stay away from technical terms. They don't care about backlinks. They don't care about domain authority. Try to explain to them schema markup. They don't have any idea what that is. Citations, indexing, don't use these difficult words. And even as far as schema markup goes, I just use a plugin for that because it's even confusing to me, and I've been doing this a very long time. But stay away from those things. They don't care, and that's going to go right over their head, and they're going to think this is another scammer trying to give me these fancy words, and it's not going to help me. So instead of those things, what do they want to hear? They want to hear about getting more calls, more leads, more customers, more revenue. That's it. That's it. That's what they want. That's what they want. You know how to get them there through those little words we talked about before. But they don't care about how you do it if you can do it. So stay away from all the technical terms. I actually avoid saying search engine optimization, SEO altogether, because once they hear that, they think scam. I strictly talk about, getting more calls and improving the rankings on Google Business Profile is certainly a way to do that. They understand this, if they move up here, that they're going to get more calls. I stress that they get this part. All the other stuff they don't. And Hershey, Pennsylvania Landscapers is a pretty nice little area to be working. It's just the third spot here. It's got 2 reviews. Yeah, so that looks pretty good, and I wonder why this one's ranking this much lower.
Oh, because there's only lawn care service.
Oh, yeah. So here's Austin picked up the tip that, as I was talking, I didn't notice it, but this is huge. This person listed landscaper as their number one category. This person listed lawn care service. Same thing, right? Wrong. Google is putting this person here because they are landscaper. If we looked up lawn care service, I'm sure this person would be doing great. But most people are probably searching landscaper, and so Kern Landscaper, ended up benefiting from that. So these are extremely important. You've got to be very wise in your decisions here. We're actually working with somebody who was working with a search engine optimization company, and they had him as a property maintenance as his number one category. And not only was he not getting any business, nobody was searching for that, and the ones that were, they're looking for a property manager, for somebody to run their apartment buildings, and that's not what he does. So total misstep, and he was paying a lot of money for that. So be very, very careful those categories you pick. It's extremely important. Search engine optimization helps your business show up when people search for services you offer. They might get that. And again, for me, I don't like using search engine optimization at all. But if you do, and you want to, go with the SEO, say something like that. This is what I would prefer. When someone types in plumber near me, when someone types in landscaper near me, we're going to get you showing up. We're going to increase your chances. They like that, and they get that. Use real world examples. Examples make SEO feel more real. Um, Tell them what, the last time you needed, let's say last time you needed a plumber, as you're talking to the landscaper, you probably searched up plumber near me, Hershey, Pennsylvania plumber, right? And they're going to say, right. And you're going to say, you probably didn't scroll all the way down until you got to page 5, did you? No. You looked at the first few and decided, and they get that. And this is stuff that resonates with them. They keep it so they understand it. If we're talking to a landscaper and and he's probably great at his job, but this search engine optimization stuff is way over his head. So stick with what is easy. Skeptical business owners worry about wasting money, and that's a realistic thing because search engine optimization, when we charge it, it's expensive. Explain that what you're doing is building a long-term asset for this company. So this isn't a quick get quick rich type of thing. This is something that stays with your business. Let's take a look at this one just to see what they have going. Let's see what kind of posts they have. So he's got lawn care service, and as we've already seen, he would be doing better with a better listing there. But he's got let's see the photos here. Let's see if he's got a nice amount of photos, because this is where, for a landscaper, this is everything. Okay, at least he's got it. I'd rather even see one a day. I'd rather see a post a day. But these pictures are going to speak loud for a landscaper. That's what people are looking for, and that's very, very important. So when you're talking to them, tell them this is a long-term asset. These pictures that I put on here are not just for today. They stay on there. This is going to stay with your business forever, and it's going to bring you business forever. So that's something that will be helpful to them. I'm going to turn it over to Austin at this point.
So you want to make sure you're honest about timelines. Don't overpromise. A lot of skepticism comes from unrealistic expectations. So if you say something, we'll rank you number 1 in 30 days, no one's going to believe that. But if you say, oh, SEO is a long-term strategy, but over time, it can be one of the most valuable lead sources for your business, they'll believe that. You want to focus on local search. If you're doing a local business, explain how SEO connects directly to local customers, and like people are looking for electricians, roofers, landscapers. The goal isn't convincing people to want the service; it's to get your business found before competitors. And show, don't just tell. Pull up Google search results, competitor rankings, GBP, website traffic reviews, what business owners actually see competitors showing up online, and suddenly SEO suddenly feels real. So you don't need to give some complicated SEO lesson. They just need clarity, honesty, and how it can turn into customers.
Yeah, so something that we do is, if we were going to work with Hershey, Pennsylvania landscapers, which we do not, we would show what's not working and what is working. So, and it shows what you're doing. We're going to go to Curtain Landscape was a perfect example that we found here. They listed landscaper as main category. And so they're ranking high for it, even without much really going for it overall. And we're going to explain that these keywords are extremely important. We do extensive keyword research to make sure we get the best categories for you that gives you the best chance for more calls. And that means something. When you can show that and explain why this one's here, they're going to know that you're an expert. They're already going to recognize that. And that's going to take you from, not getting the business to getting the business. And as you know, with these kind of clients, you're getting monthly money. So they're skeptical about giving monthly money, and just like we all are. I don't like paying things on a monthly basis. I don't like it. They don't like it. But when something's worth it, you pay it. And so you have to become the person that's worth it. And and that's by showing that you're an expert. That builds trust. Keep things honest. Keep things simple, and you will start getting business. We'll see you tomorrow.